Recently, I was looking for the Fujifilm 27mm f2.8 WR pancake lens, the little guy, to put on this other little guy, the Fujifilm X-T50. I thought it would make a really neat compact package, sort of like an everyday carry to compare with the Fujifilm X100VI. I soon found out that lens is sold out everywhere. Apparently there's another chip shortage. I think it might just be at Fujifilm. Maybe they're putting all the chips in the X100VIs, I don't know. But you can't get that lens anywhere. So in looking for that lens, I came across this guy, the TT Artisan 27mm f2.8. At first, I thought maybe this was just like a Chinese copy of the Fujifilm lens. But as you can see here, my local camera store, Precision Camera here in Austin, Texas, actually had a broken Fuji 27mm that they can't sell because it's broken. So I was able to compare size-wise and see that this TT Artisan lens is quite a bit bigger than the Fuji 27mm pancake. It's sort of in between the pancake and this lens, the Fuji 23mm f2. As you can see, the TT Artisan lens is quite a bit smaller by about, 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters. So the TT Artisan is sort of in between the Fuji 27mm and the Fuji 23mm f2, the fujicron, as some people call it. And, I can't speak to the image quality of the 27mm. I suspect it's probably a little bit better. But man, this cheapo little Chinese lens performs very well. So since I don't have the 27mm here, but I do have the 23mm, I thought I would compare those two lenses. And man, this little TT Artisan performed pretty well in comparison to the 23mm. I'll put some image samples up here, and I think you'll be hard-pressed to see the difference between the two lenses. I think the three biggest differences between this lens and the 23mm are that one, this vignette's like a mofo wide open. I don't think the 27mm vignettes like this does. Two, this is like a tiny little bit softer, but you really have to be looking for it. And three, the aperture on this little guy is a full stop darker. It's f2.8 versus f2 on the 23mm. Although on the Fuji pancake, I believe it's also 2.8, so there is that. For the record, I also took a few shots with the Fujifilm 23 f1.4, and candidly, there's just no comparison. That's just a much better lens than these other lenses, so I didn't really include it here, but I just wanted to note that I did check it out. Those new Fuji f1.8s are about as good as like a full frame lens, pretty much, so not really in the category. These are sort of fun, walk around, decently sharp, budget-priced lenses. They're more kind of like a pro lens almost. So, to me, if you're on a tight budget and you want a little lens for your Fujifilm camera like your X-T50, this is a great option. However, if you're going to shoot at night, and I'll show you some examples of like what happens when you try to shoot in like a dark restaurant here with this lens, Noise City. Between the aps-c sensors, light gathering abilities, it's sort of ceiling of ISO values and the darker aperture, this just isn't that great for night shooting. The full stop extra of light is probably better on the f2 lens, but honestly, for night shooting, I would probably shell out the extra money and just go for the f1.4 lens, even if it is heavier and a little front heavy on the X-T50. So, have you tried this TT Artisan little marvel? This little economic marvel? Let me know your thoughts about this lens in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Oh, and one more thing. This guy comes with a UV filter, which is great, except the flimsy lens cap that this lens comes with doesn't fit in the UV filter. So I thought it was sort of funny and worth mentioning too. You probably need to buy a different lens cap for this lens. Just something I thought I should mention.